Doot, doot, doot. Sound on. Talking screen enable. And hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing okay. I got rear-ended on Thursday,
Ooh,
so that
that's
was
not good.
fun. Yeah. Um, got my car brought to the collision repair place and my rental car. So insurance should be taking care of everything. So that's good. I'm okay. The other person's okay. So it was just a little bump, but my car is not in the best shape. um, so hopefully it gets
Hopefully,
fixed.
the other
If not,
person has decent insurance.
yeah. Um, they should. They said that their insurance will take care of that, and my insurance should take cover. Even if they didn't have insurance, my insurance would take care of everything except for like a $1,000 deductible. But the adjuster said that they could waive the $1,000 deductible as long as they had the right insurance. So, from my understanding, they do. So,
Yeah,
as long as that's all good, then yeah. They did say that I was 100% not at fault. So that's
that's good. Even better.
that's yeah. Um,
You still have to get that proof of insurance filed, or they can suspend your license.
yeah. But yeah. So getting all of that taken care of. So I believe I'm good to go. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
the closest to an exciting thing I had happen was I put my glasses on this morning and the right lens fell out.
oh no, that is
I have
unpleasant.
no idea where the screw is. So I
Yeah.
have to find what I have done with the glasses repair kit and if there's a screw in there that will fit. So
Hopefully
far,
there
I
is
don't
one.
know what I've done with that either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't have anything else. So, yeah. Hopefully my car gets repaired. They when I was at the collision repair place, they said that like this will be new, this will be new, this will be new, this will be new. Um, but if there's any structural damage like underneath, then they're like then your insurance might be talking about considering it totaled and you'll have to get a new one. So hopefully that option isn't what's going to happen, but if it is what it has to happen, then I'll deal with it. But I'm not excited for car shopping again.
No.
But I've got people who can help me out, so that's good. But yeah, all right. I'm done talking about my car.
Okay.
So I'm ready for some Sudoku, except for
Let's
this hair
get
that
it.
keeps bothering my nose. Say again, sorry.
I said, then let's get on it.
All right, transition. All right, then I can put this over there, and we can start. Excuse me. Start with our first puzzle for today. Foggy Unique Constraints by Heikel, maybe? Hopefully that's close. Normal German Whispers. Adjacent digits along striped green lines must differ by at least 5. Renban. Digits on thick purple lines must form an unbroken set of consecutive digits. Region sum. Thin blue lines are divided into sections by the 3x3 region border lines, wherein each section must have the same sum. all region sum lines do not cross at least one border. Excuse me. All region sum lines do cross at least one border. Black Kropke dots. Digits with a black dot between them must be in a 1:2 ratio. White Kropke dots. Digits with a white dot between them must be consecutive. V. Digits with a V between them must sum to 5. X. Digits with an X between them must sum to 10. Squares. Cells with squares must be even. Each unique constraint type above must not contain any repeated digits anywhere within its specific constraint type. I.e., if a Renban line has a 3 on it, no other Renban line may contain a 3 in this puzzle. The grid is covered in dynamically cleared fog. Placing a correct digit may clear fog elsewhere in the puzzle. No guessing is required. Okay. I think I understand the rules. There's a ton of rules, but I think they're all pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me put this in the chat first. There we go. Now let's go. Well, those are 1, 2, 3, 4. This one can't be a 1. Oh, wait, why couldn't it be a 1? That would be a 4, and that would be a 2. I don't know why I thought that wouldn't work. This one, 3, 4, 5. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, I guess one thing we know about this one and that one is 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, this one cannot be a 6 because it would make both of those 1. And so it can't be 7 because they would both be 1 and 2. 8 would allow 2 and 3 to work. And obviously 1 and 4 will force 9. Okay. These V's cannot contain duplicates because of the second to last rule, maybe? Third to last rule? Each unique constraint type above must not contain any repeated digits anywhere within its specific constraint type. So, if a Renban line has a 3 on it, no other Renban line may contain a 3. Well, for the V's, they have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So what about this digit right here? Well, it sees both V's. So it must be 6 or 8. Which means this can't be 1 or 2, which means this isn't 3 or 4, which means this can't be 4 or 5. Okay, well, if this is a 1, then that's a 2. If this is a 2, that's a 3, so that would be a 1. So this can't be a 3. So that gives us a 1, 2 pair. Oh, white Kropke dots can't have 1, 2 on them now.
Right.
And now we get 3 and 4. Oh, this 3, 4 affects this one, so 6 and 7 are gone. So 3, 4, and 8, 9. If this was a 4, this would be a 3 and a 2. If this was a 5 or a 3, that would be 4 and 1. Ah, but I should think about this, because this is now 1, 2, or 4 for the black Kropke dot. So if this is 1, 4, that's a 2. But if this is 2, 3, that would be 1 or 4.
Well,
It would have to be a 1, because this would be 4. So this can't be a 4, can it?
I was just thinking that. I don't believe it can be a 4.
Because if this is a 4, this is a 2, which pairs with a 3, and then across the 3 would have to be a 4. And that would be
Right,
2 4s.
right, yeah. But also if that's a 1 a 2 3, then it's 1 4 on the other one, which makes 4 8 on the Kropke dot, and you can't repeat a digit on
Right.
across the Kropke dot. So yeah, that cannot be a 4.
Okay, well the 4 is going to pair with a 9. So 3 must pair with 8.
Okay.
So if this was 4, this is 8 and 9. But if this is 3, then it's 6 and 8. Either way, we have an 8 here. Oh, these two 3 4s are different, both of which see this. So this has to be a 5, doesn't it? Because these two are different, and they both see this one.
Um,
Because if this was red and that's blue, then
right.
this can't be 3, because 3 is either red or blue. And it can't
Oh,
be
right.
4, because 4 is either red or blue. So yeah, so this is a 5.
And across the is
5
a
pairs
4.
with 4. 4 pairs with 1. 1 pairs with 2. So this is 3 and 2 and 1. 3 pairs with 6 and 8.
4 pairs with 9 on the other German whisper.
Well, hello. 6, 7, 8,
Interesting.
9. We can't have 9 or
Well,
8.
it said it was
again.
dynamic.
Yeah. Placing a correct digit may clear fog elsewhere in the puzzle. No guessing required. Definitely not used to this, the way it's been clearing. Most fog puzzles, when you place a correct digit, it highlights everything around it. 4, 5, 7, 9, or neither of those is 4, and that's not 5.
Well, we know in box 6 the 3 and the 8's on the top.
Right. 3, 8. 6, 7, and 9, where 9's not those. Okay. Well, we've got some more white croppy dots here, so let's take a look at what those can be. They can't be 1 or 2. They can't be 4 or 5. So 3 can't connect to anything because 2 and 4 is already used up. These two can't be a 6, and that can't be an 8. 6, 7, 8, 9. So the rest are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 1. And 8's required between those two. But these two are somehow on the same purple line. Did I do something wrong?
That's what I was wondering. I'd clear
Well, I can
that
put
box.
7 and 5 and a 6 together, or 7, 5, and 6 here. I think this almost has to be a 5. Good evening, Brian. At work, so can't hear you, but wanted to tab you up. Awesome, I appreciate that. I hope you have fun at work. As much fun as you can have at work.
Well, in box 2, the 7, 8, 9 that's between the two white croppies can't be a 9. That would have both be 8.
All right. One, 2, 3, 4. So there cannot be any more low digits on a German whisper line. So this is the last digit that can be on a German whisper line.
Right.
And then this showed up, so we know all 4 of these are on something.
Okay. Well, since the Renban in box 2
Mm-hmm.
has a 7, 8, and then it's going to have to come down to at least a 5.
Yeah.
Those down there in the bottom are going to have to be 1 through 4. And that's going to have to be 5 up at the top.
Because it can't have 9, 8, or... Well, we know for certain that 6 is used up, so it can't have 7. And you said at least a 5.
Right.
So, yeah.
So then that has to be a 5 in box 2, coming off of the Renban.
And then these two connect. So this has to be a 6. Because if it was a 7, well, it would connect it to this one.
Yeah. Well, let's see. If that's
And
a
it could also
7.
connect there, too.
No, okay, to the right of the 5, if that's a 7, then the other end becomes the 8. And you can't have, which would have to be 7 and 9, and that doesn't work. So it has to be 6 to the right of the 5.
Yeah. I guess we can see that this one isn't connected here.
Right. But
But
if you
we
look at
don't
the
know
white
that it doesn't
Kropke dots,
continue this way.
no, I'm looking at the white Kropke dots. If you've got
Oh,
a
right.
7 to the right of the 5, then you've got an 8 that's connected to the two Kropke dots, and which is 7 and
Right.
9.
Okay.
So that
So
has to be a
6.
6.
It does go down. So this can't be 5. 4, 7, 9 places of 5. A region sum line.
And it has to cross at least one border.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no reason that can't be 5, 4, and then a 9 in box 6.
This can't be a 4. Because of the 1, 2, 3, 4 down here. So
Right.
this is either 7 or 9. If this is a 7, that's a 9, and we'd have to connect to an 8, which we could go there to get 8. This could be 8 and then 7.
The tip of that is between two white crop keys, and a 7 would be 6 and 8. So that has to be an 8. And since it doesn't reveal uncover fog like we're used to, it's kind of
Yeah. But that is definitely important. So now we have to have a 7. Oh, this is a 4 now, because of the 7, 9 pair.
right. Oh, and the yeah, that goes on down.
6. So that's a 7, 9 pair. So this one can't be 7 or 9, because we know that those two are the same, or not the same, different.
All right. Well, that 4, 5, that's in box 5, that's the region
Yeah.
sum line, that's 9. So it's going to have to be 3, 6.
If it's 2 digits.
Oh, well, it's going to have to be.
Yeah.
That's because it has to be in box 6.
So 8's not allowed because it wouldn't pair with 1.
Right. So
But it could go down.
the end of row 4 cannot be a 3 or a 6.
This one sees both of these. In fact, this sees both of those as well. So this is an 8. And this is a 3, 6. So we get 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9. 5, 7, and 9 aren't allowed. 1 and 2 aren't allowed. 3 and 6 aren't allowed. So that's a 4, that's an 8.
Right. And row 4 needs a 5 and a 9. Actually, row 5 is 1, 2, and 6.
3, 7, 8.
7. Yeah.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, the region sum line that's in box 2 that starts with the 7 cannot have a 3 on it.
That's true. If these two are different lines, then this would be 7, 1. Or let's just imagine it's an 8. Then it's 7, 1. And then we have to have 8 somewhere over here. because this is the only box that it can connect to. So we have to make 8. If we did it in 3, that would be...
It would have to have a 1 in it.
Yeah. Which would automatically be broken because it would be 7, 1. So it can't be done in 3, so it'd have to be done in 2. Or 1. It could just be an 8.
Well, it can't have 2, 6, and it can't have 3, 5, or 1, 7.
Yeah. So if this is 7, 1, it would have to go 8. It would have to go 7, 1, 8. It could do... No, it can't do 7, 2, 9 because of the 9 here. So it would have to be 7, 2, 8, 1 and connect to this line if it wanted to. Or no, it couldn't go 7, 2, 8. Well,
Yeah.
it could go 8, 1. 7,
But then
2.
it wouldn't be able to connect to the other one. Oh, that doesn't
It
matter.
wouldn't
They can
have
still
to.
have the same.
Yeah. Did we say it couldn't be 7, 1? No, it could be
Right,
7, 1, 8.
Oh, right, yeah.
But then it would have to be 7, 2, 8 and a 1 below it. Because it can't be 9.
Right.
It can't be 4, 5, 3, 6, 2, 7. It would have to be 8, 1. Because you couldn't make
right.
9 and 3 because you already have 4, 5, 3, 6
Right.
and a 2 made up, so it'd have to be 1. You could do 1 and 2, but then you couldn't use 6. Or no, your 2 is already here, so you'd have 1. You wouldn't have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has to be 1, 8. So this is an 8 regardless, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yes. And it doesn't connect to anything, so that's a 1. 4. And we get a 10. So 9, 1, 8, 2, 2, 8, 4, 6, 6, 4, 7, 3. And we haven't seen another 10 yet, so
Right.
nothing too exciting. 2, 3, 9, and...
Well, and we can't
2,
have any more
3,
white
9,
crop keys.
and 8.
Because all that's left are 3 and 6.
Yeah.
And black crop keys are done.
All of their possibilities have been used up.
Yep. Haven't come across any squares that have evens.
Okay, well, these 3 we know what they are. They are 1, 5, and 7.
3, 4, 6.
4, 6. 9 has to be one of these two, so the 5 and the 9 are
Right.
done. So 5 ends up being one of these two, so that's not a 5. Well, 9 has to be one of these two, but that 9 takes out the top, so that's a 9, and that's a
Oh, and
9,
it's on an X.
so that's a 1. So 1
Oh,
and 9 are used up, so this is 7 and 3. Apparently this is a 2, and that's a 3. 7, 6, this is 5. 7's out. 2 is out. 2 and 3. 8 and 9. 6, 7. 8, 9, 3, 8.
8 can be placed in box 9.
6, 7 pair makes that a 1, a 5, and a 7. 6, 7 takes out the 6 here. 2, 4, and 3, I think. So not a 2, not a 4. 1, 4, and 6, not a 4. 1, 2, 4, 6, and 5. 2, 1, 4, 5.
Seven can be placed in column 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not a 5 there.
Column 9 is 1, 2, 3, 6.
Not a 1. So 1 has to be one of these two, so that's not a 1. Four, 5, 6, 3, and
1.
1. So that's not a 1. And this isn't 4, 5, or 6. And I think 3, 4, 5, 6 makes that the 1. Well, we already knew that those are even digits, but we do know that those two are different. So this isn't 4 or 6.
Oh,
1,
is
2,
that an even box?
these 3.
Box 9. Look at the even box in box 9.
Oh, it
Even.
can't have a 5 on it, so 2. 3, 4, not 4, not 2, 1, 6 makes that 5. 2 and not 2. 4, 5, and 3. 1, 6 pair makes that a 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, apparently that one's 3, so those aren't. 6, 6, not 6, 3. This is what, 7 and 2? 4, 5. Apparently this one's the 4. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. I don't have anything else to say about that puzzle. So,
No.
No, don't undo. I wanted copy. Logic Masters Germany. Row 8. All right. Very nice puzzle. I don't think it's a very easy puzzle. I think,
I was gonna say I don't think it was very hard.
yeah. I mean, the first part, figuring out that this had to be a 5 took us a little bit. And it was pretty tricky to work through all of the logic there to get to that 5. Because I think that was the first thing that we discovered.
Yeah.
And then that 8, figuring out that that had to be an 8, regardless of the other options, was pretty tricky. And then I don't think the logic on this Renban was that easy either.
Wasn't
I
that
think this
difficult
one,
though?
yeah,
Because I mean, we knew that the 5, it was either a low digit or a 5.
yeah,
Well, since there was the other one, that had to be a 1 through 4, so it had to be a 5 there.
yeah.
And since to the right of the 5 had to be 6 or 7, well, it had to be 6 because if it was a 7, then it screwed up the
Yeah.
white croppy dots.
And then this one became odd, so then this was forced to be 8 for the 7
Right.
9.
Well, that and if that and since the 7, it couldn't be the 8 couldn't be a 7 because it would have had to have a 6, and it
Yeah.
couldn't. So,
I guess I'm looking at average for the difficulty. Um, just because of all of the things that add up. The opening was a bit tricky. This part, this part, this one especially, and then the 2 Renmans. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with average on that one. Submit rating. And then, let's get over to the next puzzle. Did I save this in my notes? I did not. Copy the link, paste it into my note. And now we're ready for the next puzzle, which is called Medieval World War. Medieval World War by Fast Sandals and Timotab. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. Fortress. Cells shaded gray must be larger than their orthogonal non-fortress neighbors. Arrows. Digits on an arrow must sum to the digit in the attached circle. All right.
oh, the circle in box 2 is 6 or high, 6 through 9. And it can't be a 9 because it has to be left a lower than.
Yeah.
There has to be a 1,
And that
and it can't
1.
be in the
Yeah.
can't be on a fortress. Now, it's not going to be able to be 6 in the circle because, yeah,
This has to be larger than 3 different digits, which means it's minimum
right.
4. Which means a 7's still a possibility. But it's 4 or 5.
Well, and the fortress next to the 7, 8, there's a fortress on either side of that 7, 8 in row 3. So that is going to have to be a 7 for the circle and a 3 above the 4.
Um,
5, 8, 9, 5, 6, 8, 9.
this
Of course,
one is an 8 or 9. This one can't be a 9. So this is minimum. Oh, well, this one has to be a 6. Because it can't be 7, 8, or 9. So then that's
right.
a 5. Not 5. 7, 8, 9.
Well, and 6 is the fortress. Above it is going to be a 3 or a 5.
This clearly isn't 1. Clearly isn't 2. And it can't be 3. So this is a 4. So these two are 1, 2. And that's a 1. 2 and 1 there. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the box 4, the circle for the on the left can't be an yeah. And the fortress in box 7 is minimum 5 because it has to be higher than four other.
This could be a repeat of one of those two.
Oh, well, yeah, there is that. I forgot about that possibility.
Although, I think this is going to have a hard time being 4. Although this could be a larger digit, and those be a 1, 2 pair. A 3 there, and another 3. Make that a 6. Yeah, 1, 2, and then make that a 5, and that's an 8. And that can still be a 4. This one is minimum 2, 3, 1, and 2. So that would be 5.
That's 8.
So this has to be 8.
Well, it
1,
would be
2,
8 or
3, 2.
9.
But because of the fortress.
Right. Well, and the arrow in box, yes, it's now 6 or 7, so it can't include a 5.
If this is 3 or 4, then this can't be 3 or 4. So this is a 2. And I think this has to be a 1.
It does because there has to be a 1 in it.
1's out, so 2.
Yeah, and the fortress in box 7 cannot be a 4 now because
Right. If it was a 4, you'd have 1, 2, 3 here, but then what could this be?
right.
Oh, 2 pairs with 5 to make 7. 4 goes there, 3 there, 6, 8, 1, 3, 1, 7, and 9, I think. And 2, 5, and 8. This is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4 pair makes this an 1.
And to the right of that 5 fortress in box 7,
2 or 4. So this can be 2 and 3 is 5, but it can't be. 2 and 4 is 6. 3 and 4 is 7. And 2 fours is 8.
the fortress in box 6 is minimum 7. Because if you look at row 5, there's a 1, 2, 3, so 4, 5 is going to be the minimum that could go around it.
Where
Um,
does 3 go?
the arrow clue for box 4,
Yeah.
it can't be 7 because 1 is used, 2 is used, 4 is used. So everything for the 7 is used in that column. So that's a 9.
This is a 9. And then where can 3 go? This 3 removes it from there, that one from there, and it can't go there because this is at least 3. So that's a 3, so that's a 6, 7, 4, 6. That's a 3, so this can't be an 8 anymore, so 7 pairs of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, not 8s. 4 and 5, I believe, are left over. That's not a 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 6, 7, 8. 4, 8. 5, 8, 9. 4, 6, 8. 5, 7, 9. 4, 6, 7, 9. This one is minimum, 4. So this can't be a 4. It can't be 6 or 7, and it can't be 8 or 9.
The fortress in box 6 will no longer be a 7 because it sees 1, 2, 3, 6 in the row, but it can't be both 4 and 5 around it because it would break the 4, 5 at the beginning. Oh, in fact, no. The arrow clue in box 8, the center digit there, that's on the arrow, it sees 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the column.
So 5 and 1 makes 6, but this can't be a 1, so this can't be a 6. So that's 2 or 3. 2, 6, 6, 6 and 7 makes 3. 9 and 6.
Well,
1,
column 5
2,
is 5, 7, or 9.
5, so 5's one of those two. So that's 9 and 8. 4, 9, 5, 4, 7, 5. 7, 8 pair makes that a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 6, that's not.
Column 6 needs a 7. 5.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. 6, 7, 9, 8, 7, not an 8. 1, 2,
2,
3,
3, 8.
3, and 8 are removed.
1, 4, 5.
This can't be 8 anymore. 2, 3 pair makes an 8. Takes 8 out. 2, 5 pair
Well,
makes 8.
box 9, that fortress can't be a 1.
There we go.
That was a quick one.
Sure was. Row 7. Very nice. It was kind of on the easy side.
Yeah.
I guess I'm trying to decide whether or not it counts as very easy. I'm actually trying to think of if there was any like tricky logic. This was pretty straightforward. So were these. I might say that this one was very easy. What do you think?
Yeah.
Seems like that's what most people are saying. It's been solved 149 times, so. Alright.
Oh, well, it's a collaboration with his almost 12-year-old son who goes by Fast Sandals.
Mm-hmm.
Medieval skirmish and medieval warfare.
Alright. I don't have any comments to put in there. But setting a puzzle is not easy, so I'm impressed. I
Yeah,
haven't been
almost 12. It means he's
yeah,
still 11.
as
That's
of
like
27
grade.
May. Yeah.
Maybe 5th grade.
Yeah. I haven't tried setting a puzzle because I haven't had any ideas, and I don't know if it's something I'm interested in doing anyway. But it's definitely pretty cool. Yeah. Alright, I've put in the rating, so I'm going to... Did I save the... did save it in here in my notes. So don't have anything else to say. All right. It is time to bring back Defrag by Mormagali. Or Mormagli? Mormagli? I don't know. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Each purple line contains a set of non-repeating consecutive digits. These digits can appear in any order. Cells separated by a black dot contain digits where one digit is double the value of the other. And this is what we've had so far.
Right.
Now, I don't remember if these digits are the same or not. So, I'm gonna pull out Sudoku Notepad. And of course, it didn't do what it was supposed to do. So if I pull that out, then okay, I think that did it correctly. And then we can zoom in on here. Okay, so notes that I have already is column 1 and 2. We have these two and that. So if it's 1, 2, and 6, then that gives us these sets remaining. If it was 1, 2, and 9, then we've got these sets remaining. And then we could have this group, or it was 8, 4, 9, and it's those sets.
Yeah, what was the
And I
rule
believe...
set on?
Say again?
What was the rule set? Is it one low, medium, and high?
No. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Each purple line contains a set of non-repeating digits.
Oh, right, because they're...
Yeah.
They're those
So
things.
the way we got that was
Renbands.
looking at these two columns and saying, okay, that's a Renban, that's a Renban, that's a Renban, that's a Renban, and that's a Renban. So what are the options left over here? Well, since we know that the 3 columns must be multiple of 3, we can take out things that have to be a multiple of 3, such as these 3-cell Renbans. That means that the remainder
and the black
here...
Kropke dot.
Yeah. Or, yeah, true, the black Kropke dot, because it's 1 plus double, that must be a multiple of 3.
Yeah.
So this must individually be a multiple of 3, so that was 3, 6, and 9. We decided it couldn't be a 3 because of reasons. And so this up here had to be either 1 and 2 or 4 and 8. And I think it has to go 8 and then 4, which is why I wrote it weirdly like this. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, the gray digits are the same. Because if you look at box 7 and 8.
7 and 8?
Yeah. Where is the one that's gray in box 8?
Yeah.
had to be that one in box 7. Because where would that one be in box 7? It can't be on any of the Ren bands, so it's got to be in that spot. I don't know why they're gray in boxes 3 and 6.
I sort of feel like the gray isn't that these two are the same, because
Well, it's the same. It's basically the same thing as the ones between boxes 7 and 8. Whereas it's not necessarily that the 7-8 gray is the same as gray 3-6.
yeah. But I guess, can you walk me through the logic that you saw that made these the same again? Because
Okay. The one that's grayed in box 8.
yeah,
Where is that one in box 7?
it can't be
Well,
on its Ren band again.
right. And if it's just like give it a number.
5.
Okay.
And if I did
If
4, 3, you put 5, 6, 7.
But then what's the other Ren band? Because
Oh, well,
now you're
that's
left
true.
with 1, 2, 8, and 9. Make it a 1.
1, 2, and 3 would force that to be a 1.
Okay. If you make it a 2,
1, 3 would mean it can't go on these. So that would be 2. But I think
and you can't go up because if you go 3, 4,
there wouldn't be enough
5, 6,
room for a
7,
2.
right. And you can't make 2 more full Ren bands.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, okay, that does work.
But these two end up being the same multiplicity,
Yeah.
which I think was the logic behind it. Because these, like, one thing we know is that you've got a multiple of 3, one less than a multiple of 3, and one more than a multiple of 3. So that's true on every 3-cell Renban line. They have to be a multiple of 3, one less, and one more. And because of that, then whatever this one is and whatever that one is has their 2 other pairs over here, so then these 2 have to be the same.
Right.
And that's true there as well. I don't remember why these have to be 3, 6.
They have to be a multiple of 3?
Because these 2 had to be a multiple of 3?
Yes, I think so.
Because if we look at these 2 rows, no, if we look at these 2 rows,
I was going to say, if you just look at the top 3 boxes.
then if we take out everything that's a multiple of 3,
Oh,
then
that
we're left
wasn't
with
what
that.
Yeah.
So what if we do this way? That's a multiple of 3. That's a multiple of 3. That is, and that is. And so that's a multiple of 3. And if those 2 are a multiple of 3, then these 2 have to collectively be a multiple of 3. because we know that both of those together are multiples of 3.
Right.
So green is a multiple of 3. Purple's now a multiple of 3. So
Red.
now if we look at this one, oh, right, yeah, how do we make red? How do we prove
Those
red?
2 rows, or 2 columns. Columns 3 and 4.
So multiple of 3, multiple of 3,
Yeah, that
multiple of
doesn't really
3.
work, does it?
No. You know,
How did we come up with red?
that's a multiple of 3, that's a multiple of 3. So these 3 have to all be a multiple of 3. But they also have to all 3 be different modulus values.
Right.
Maybe it was these 2 rows? Because that's a multiple of 3, that's a multiple of 3, that's a multiple of 3. We know those 2 are a multiple of 3, and that's a multiple of 3. Well, not quite. This column and that column. Well, if we do those 2 columns, then those drop out, and that's not helpful.
What
How
about the
do we go?
first 3 boxes? Or boxes 1, 4, and 7. What I meant.
And since we know that this one is that one, we can drop there. So similar to how I think this one is similar to how we know that the 2 purples are a multiple of 3, is that these 4 then have to be a multiple of 3. So those 2 are a multiple of 3. And actually, we know that this one is a multiple of 3, so those 2 have to be a multiple of 3. And if that's a multiple of 3, that's a multiple of 3, then those 3 are a multiple of 3. But we already know that this one goes to that one. So, not
Alright.
helpful.
Well, since we know that red together is a multiple of 3,
Yeah. I mean, that's enough to prove that that's a
that
multiple
one
of
had to
3.
be for that cell, yeah.
Yeah.
So it had to be 3 or 6.
Okay. I think one of the things I want to do is I want to highlight things that we know have to be a multiple of 3, like this.
Individually, yeah.
Yeah. Now, this one and that one are different, but they're also not a multiple of 3.
Right. Collectively they are, but
Yeah.
individually no. One's a +1, one's a +2.
Now, these two cannot be yellow, but we have one yellow here, one yellow there. One of these two is yellow. I already have one yellow here and one yellow here, so one of those is yellow. And I know I have 2 yellows.
Right.
So that's not helpful.
Well, look at the first 2 columns. Just on the red bands. That's all 6 yellows.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. But we already knew that.
Right. Right, yeah.
What about these 2 columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
So these 2 are not yellow. One of these 2 is yellow. Okay, there's 2 yellows. So this is gray or black. So one of these 2 is yellow.
Well, and column 3, box 4, those are gray and black.
So that's 1 gray, 1 black, 2 of both. And then that goes 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. But we don't know if green is yellow or if
Yeah, we don't know what green is or what silver is. Yeah, and these have to be different parodies. Okay. So that's our 1, 2, 3 yellows. So then this is yellow or black. So then this is gray. And I said the wrong color. This is 1 gray, 2 grays, 3 grays. So neither of
Right.
those 2 can be gray. So they're yellow, black. Well, that can't be gray, so that must be one of the two grays. Second, third. Yeah, purple. I feel like I'm filling in too much. Okay. We know that these two are different.
Right.
How did I learn that this couldn't be yellow?
I don't know.
Is it because that one couldn't be yellow? But why couldn't it be yellow?
Oh, because look at the first two rows. There has to be 6 yellow.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that can't have yellow, so that was yellow and yellow. So those two
Right.
couldn't be yellow because we already had one. But we know that these two are a multiple of 3, so they're gray and black and different.
Right. Oh. Well.
One, 2, 3, 4. Helpful. 1, 2, 3. Less helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know.
Look at row 3.
Yeah.
There has to be 3 yellows.
Mm-hmm.
One of those is in box 3.
Yeah.
One is in box 2. One is
So it
in
has
box
to be one of those
1.
two.
Oh yeah, why did you Oh, it's just that that yellow had gone away.
Yeah. Well, I could kind of hope that this would be helpful, but
Yeah, I was hoping so too, but apparently not.
forgot to like my stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those three are different. One, two, three, 4. But we don't know where the yellow is in this column.
Right. In box 2, if the black crop key is the 3, then where do you put 1 and 2 in that box? It can't go on either of the 2 full Ren bands. Those have to be a 1-2 pair.
Yeah.
But if that's a 1-2 pair, one of them is going to be 1, 2, 3. But even if you go up 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, there's going to be 2 3s in column 3.
Right.
So that has to be a 6.
6, 3.
Okay, so now there has to be a 1, 2 pair in box 5. You can't put 1 or 2 on either the full Ren bands because they would have a
Right.
3. That's a 1, 2 pair. And 3 has to go on that line somewhere. And in box 2, one of the full Ren bands is going to have to be 7, 8, 9 because you can't put 2 full Ren bands below 6.
Yeah. 7, 8, 9, and 6. And they can't be 3.
Right.
And it can't be 1,
Well,
2. Well, we know it can't be 3 because one of this has 9 and one of these has 3.
right.
So this isn't a 1, 2 pair. Could it be a 4, 5 pair? You could do 5 and 2 above and 4 and 2 below.
Yeah.
Or actually, you could go 4, 5, 6 and 5, 4, 3.
Okay. Column 6. It's left with 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Now in box
Oh. Does that mean this has to be the 7, 8, 9? Because if it isn't, that means this is 7, 8, 9, and the 4, 5 would make that a 1, 2 pair, which would force 2 3s in here.
Yeah.
So 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we know the 3 is on here. And this cannot be 1, 2. So this can't be 3, 4, 5. So the 5's out.
Right.
So 5's required here. But we've already said it could be 4, 5.
Right.
But it can't have 2.
Oh, and the sum together is a multiple of 3.
Right.
So it's either 1, 5 or 4, 5. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And if it's 1, 5, no, that doesn't.
Oh, this can't be a 3 based off of the logic we did before, right? Because this had to have a multiple of 3 on it, and this had to have a multiple of 3
right,
on it?
yeah. Right.
Six or 9. Although I don't want to mark it like that.
Yeah.
I guess 2 is required here as well. I guess no, it's not.
Not necessarily, because it's.
Because that could be the 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 is required on this Renban.
Right.
But where is unknown. Now both 4 and 5 are here. So whatever this is cannot go to 4 or 5. So that could go 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9. Or no.
Mm-mm.
5, 6, 7, and then 4, 8. I don't know. Something like that. I guess I want to ask where 9 is in this Renban. Or not Renban, this box.
Yeah.
We know it has to be on a Renban.
Right.
And we know it cannot be on these ones. Because these aren't 7 or 8.
Right.
So 9 has to be in this block. I can put the 9 here. That'll make that a 6. And that a 7, 8.
All right. If that's 7, 8,
Oh, this can't be a 9.
Right. If that's 7, 8, and the blue 6, because that's the 9. That's what we're going with here for the moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, then
Then the
where would
6 has
9
to
go in
go
the box?
down,
Yeah, 5, 4.
and that has to be 1, 2, 3 in that full ren band. That has to be a 9. But it can't be a
This,
9.
if this was 9, you'd put 7, 8. And then where would 9
Right.
go? This is 6, so that would be 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
So then
That has to
I'd
be
have
1,
to
2,
put a
3.
9 here.
Right, but it can't be because it can't go down to 5.
So that proves that this isn't 9. This isn't 7, 8.
Right.
And this is 7, 8,
7,
9.
8.
Where this one isn't the 9. But
Right,
now
and the
this
8.
can't be 8.
Right.
And because that can't be an 8, believe that means this has to be a 4, or this can't be a 4. Based off of the logic we did down here. However, I didn't cover that logic.
Oh, right.
We just sort of gave this and said it was fine. So, I guess just to complete the circle here, let's say this was 2, 4, and 6, and 2, 4, and 9. Then I have to do 2, 1, 2, 3s. Because I don't have a 1 anywhere. And now in the first 2 columns, I mean, that's a problem in both of these. Because everything else is on a ren band.
Right.
So, because of this, I'm going to have to put a 1 on a ren band. Well, that automatically gets me 1, 2, 3.
Right.
And where do I put the other 1? Also on a ren band. 1, 2, 3. That breaks both of those. So, that's enough of a proof to say that can't be 4 as well. And so that is 1 and 2. So that's not 1. So this comes out as a possibility. Now I have 1, 7, 8, 9 used up for both of those. So got to figure out how the rest works. Now these 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Neither of those is 6.
Well, we know one of the red ones has to be 5.
Yeah.
And if the bottom is 5, if it's the bottom one that's 5, where do you put 6? Well, yeah, because that could be 4, 5, 6. No,
6
it can't.
has to be one of these two.
Right.
So you can't pair 3 and 6 together. They're too far apart. Because they're
Right.
both multiples of 3. So this has to be 6, this has to be 3. So this is 4, 5, 6, whether we like it or not.
Right. If the bottom one is 5,
Yeah. Then this would be
and
5,
it has to go.
6.
Well, that could be 4 and 6. Well, no, it can't. It would have to be if
This,
the bottom is 5, then that has to be 3 and 4.
yeah. If the top is 5, then this is still 4, 6.
Right.
You could do 1, 2, 3, or you could put a 4.
4, 3, 2. Because you can't go up because you can't go 4, 5, 6.
Right. And because this
Can you
can't be a
go
3,
3, 4, 5?
um,
Because if that's 3,
3,
5,
4,
and
5.
4, that's 5 and 4, 6.
This is 5, that's 4, that's 5, 6. 5, 4, 5, 6. And then this would have to be 3, then 4. Because it can't go up, so it must go down
Right.
3, 4. And if this isn't 5, then this would be 5 to make this 4, 6. So then 4 isn't a possibility. And you go 1, 2, 3. Or you go 4. Can't go up to 5, so
2.
it would go down to 3 and 2.
Either way, that's 2 and or 3 over 2. 4, 3, 2, or 1, 2, 3. And the 3 and the 2 are.
So this has to be a 3 regardless.
All right. So what's well? Okay. Well, where does 1 go in column 3? It can't go in box 1. Can't go in box 4 because it can't reach 6 or 9.
So 1 has to be one of these.
And
And if this was 1, it doesn't make that 1.
right. It would just mean it's 1, 4, or 7.
Yeah. But it would have to be, if one of these is 1, 2, or 3. Actually, it would have to be 3. But if this was 1, then
Right.
that would be 1, 4, or 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where neither of these is 3. So there's no way to get down to 2. So this is either 4, 5, 6 or 5, 6, 7.
Well, and don't they have to be pull up the notepad. Don't they have to be 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9? Oh, because it could be no, because with the 1, 2, 9, you could have a 4, 5, 6, and a 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, but you can't have 5,
Or
6,
3,
7.
4. Right,
There's no 5, 6, 7. So we can take 7 out as a possibility. So
right.
that must be 4, 5, 6. So that
And the
takes out
6 has to go in box 4.
right. So this is now a 9.
Right.
And so this possibility goes away. 9, 9. So I still need a 1, 2, 3, a 3, 4, 5, which this can't be 3, 4, 5. So my 3, 4, 5 is down here. And a 6, 7, 8. Well, that 6, 7, 8 is down here. So
Right.
this is 1, 2, 9. And that can't be the 9. So that is, and that's 3. 3 and 9 are the same
Right.
modularity.
Okay.
But I
And
haven't put
what
1, 2,
would
3 yet.
right.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. That should be all of that done. So I can delete all of it, save, and close out.
Okay, in box 4, there's a 1, 2, 3. So there's the 4. That's a 5, yeah.
Close out those. 1, 2, 3. So 3 is there. So 3 has to be one of these two.
And it was
3,
3,
4, 5,
4, 5. Yeah.
and 6, 7, 8.
Okay, row 1. Box 3 is 3, 5, and 6.
Excuse me. All right. 3, 5, 6, and
And
the
1
last of
from
7, 8,
7,
9.
8, 9.
Yeah, 7,
Right.
8. Because of the
Well, and you can't have well, yeah, because you could have 6, 6, and 7 or 8.
7, 8, 9, 3. Well, this can't be 1 because those can't be 2, 3. So that's not 1. Can either. Well,
Well,
if
neither
this
of
was
those
1, it would have to go 1, 2.
and
So that can't be 1.
yeah.
So that's 1 and that's 2.
And 1 is on the bottom. And it can't be 1, 2, 3 on the yeah.
So this is 7. And apparently that's 8, 9. So now we have 2, 3,
2, 3,
4.
4, and 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Ah, the one on the left?
If this was
How can
2,
you
there'd
get
be
2,
no
3,
4.
4? Yeah. column 6, yeah.
Six, 8, places 5, 6. Um, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where these can't be 4, 5, 6. So 8, 9 pair, 4, 5 pair. So 4, 5, and 8, 9. 2 and 3.
1's not going to be on there.
So 6, 7, 1. This is either
So
5 or 8. 5, 8 pair. 5, 8 makes this 9. 4. 8, 6. 5 and 5 places 5 up here. Places 1, 2, 5, and a 9.
Column 4 needs 2 and 9, or 9 over 2.
This can't be a 9. That would be 7, 8. There's a 7 there. If this was a 1, that would be 2 and 3, which might be fine.
If it was 5, that would have to be 3 and 4.
This
Because
is the
there's a
6,
6 in the row, yeah.
which I think is fine. Five, 6 takes this 5 out. The 3 takes 3 out.
All right, row 4 needs a 1 and a 2.
3 and 4 pairs with 2.
Row 5 needs 5 and 6. And row 6 needs 8 and 9.
5 goes down. Oh, wait, this is broken.
Crap.
Okay. This was 2, 9.
Mm-hmm.
9 over 2. These two were 1, 2.
Oh.
So 2, 1. 3 and 4 has to pair with 2. These two were 5, 6.
5 and 6. 8 and 9.
Okay, how about...
All right, well, column. Okay, yeah, do that. 1, 2,
1, 2,
5, 9.
5, 9. And this can't be a 9. It must be a 5.
Right.
So that
And
would
it
be
has
a
to go
6 and
down.
5, 9. So 3, 4. But that can't be 3 or 4 because of that.
Right.
So we've messed something up sooner. What could we have messed up? I don't want to delete everything because it's almost end time.
Right. Guess back up a little more.
Okay, let's. Okay, how about this one up here?
Okay.
So I need a 2 somewhere. And if this was 2, it would have to go up to 3, 4. Well, there's no 4 up there, so that can't be 2. So this was the 2, 3, 4.
Right.
3. And then 5, 6, and 7. So maybe that's not right. So if we look at row 3,
Needs a 1. Well,
can't put the 1 there, so that has to be a 1. So then this was 4 or 7, because these two have to be. I mean, these three
right.
have to have whatever modularity this is.
Right.
And since this is a 1, then that pairs with 4 and 7, which are 1 more than a multiple of 7.
Right.
Oh, but it could have. Well, it can't be a 1 because 7, 8, 9 is not going to connect. It can't be 4 because that's not going to connect there.
Right.
So yeah, that would have to be 7. The 7 comes off, so that would be an 8, 9. So that
Which
can't be
resolves
the.
to 7, 8 in box 1. So is that?
Yeah. It's got to be something before that.
Okay.
Now we're getting pretty early on.
All right. Well, we know with how confident are we that it was the 9?
This 9 here or that 9 here?
The one there.
In blue?
In
Pretty
blue, yeah.
confident because we ended up with 4, 5, 6 here.
Right. Okay.
And then
Right, because that
those
was
two
how we
9s are
got
going
the
to
9.
force a 9.
Right.
And then. I mean, this 9 forces that to be 3.
Right. And we were sure about the numbers on the notepad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could go over them again.
No, because we know the 9s are right.
it hit 10. And since we ran into an issue...
But we did make progress.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that it was correct. Because the 6-3 on the Kropke dot had to be that way. Because the
Yeah.
3 in the top did not work.
Yeah.
And it kind of flowed from there pretty well. No!
I mean, the proof for this being a multiple of 3, making those two a multiple of 3, was pretty...
Right.
Obvious. Because these 4 we know have to be a multiple of 3, because the remainder in this box is a multiple of 3.
Right.
We know that this is a multiple of 3 on its own, so those two have to be a multiple of 3, so the remainder must be a multiple of 3. Well, that means that those two together have to be a multiple of 3, because you add those two together with those, then this was a multiple of 3, and that's a multiple of 3, so those together are still a multiple of 3. And if this was a multiple of 3, then that half must be a multiple of 3, in order to maintain the multiplicity by 3. And if that's a multiple of 3, and that's a multiple of 3, and that's a multiple of 3, then this must be a multiple of 3. 3, 6, 9. 9's not an option, so it's a 3, 6 pair. So that's pretty evident proof. We don't even need this part. And then, if this was a 3, then I can't put 1 or 2 on there, so there's a 1, 2 pair there. But then, these would be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. Which is...
And if I make this 1, then that's 2, 3. That's 2. And it would have to have a 3 to get to the 4. So, that doesn't work. That is proof that that doesn't work, and that must be 3, 6. I don't know. I guess at this point we don't know what those are.
Right. Well, we know red is not a 1, 2 pair, yeah.
Yeah. And now...
one of them has to be a 7, 8, 9.
Right. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know it can't have a 3 on it, because the 3 must be on one of these two.
Right. And we know the red cannot be a 1, 2 pair.
Right.
But it could be 4, 5.
Now I ask the question, where in this box is a 9? Well, it can't be an orange. It can't be on the black Kropke dot, so it must be one of those. If this was the 9, where does 9 go in this box? It's not on the same red band. It's not there. It can't be on either of these two red bands, because that would be 7, 8 right there.
Right.
So this is the 9, but it can't connect to this, because that isn't 7 or 8. So that's not a 9. So this is our 7, 8, 9. Now, if I look at the top two rows, and I take out, and I look at my 1, 2, 3, 4, then I have to have a multiple of 3. Well, I have to have 2 multiples of 3. Still. And, I guess I haven't yet proven that this isn't 3, 6 again. I know how I can prove that that isn't 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We know that that one's a multiple of 3. So neither of those can be a multiple of 3. 1, 2,
Right.
3, 4, 6, 8. We just proved that it can't be 3 or 6. So now, when I look at the top 2 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are my 2 remaining multiples of 3, so this isn't a 9. And so this can't be a 9. So 9 has to be on here, and it has to be here. So 7, 8, 9, where this one isn't a 9. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can't put a 5 here, because if I did, those would be 1, 2. So 5 is out. So 3 is required, and 2 is required, because I can't make that 2 and 5, because 2 and 5 are both 2 mod 5, or 2 mod 3. So now, this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Except, there's no 7 in this box. And that's not a 6, and that's not a 3. And this is 1 through 6. Except not a 6. So then I get a 6 as one of those. Which means that's not a 1. And it can't go down to 3. So this is 4, 5, 6 for sure. But you were about to say something, sorry.
The one below it, the red band below the 4, 5, 6, if it had it can't have a 7 on it because it can't go to 6.
Right.
And it can't have a 6 in the vertical.
Oh, right, because we just shows that it has to have 6. We can prove that this can't have a 4 on it, because if we look at these Ren bands, if this had a 4, then it would be paired with a 2. So then I would have to put
There's a faster way. If that's a 4 in box 1, that's now 5, 6, and a 4. So yeah.
So 1, 2 takes out 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. But this could be that. If this was a 1, that wouldn't work, so that's not a 1. If this was a 5, you could do 3, 4. Okay.
Box 5 needs a 1 and a 2.
Right. And 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4. Either way, this has to have a 3.
Box 1, where's the 3?
One of these two, so that's not the 3. Does this have to have a 3 on it? Because we know it can't go up above 6. So it's either 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 5. It has to have a 3, so this must be a 3.
Right.
And we can do 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Well, I can't put a 3, so I can't have a 2. So if the first one this one here was a 4, then this would be 5, 6. If this was a 5, this could be 4, 6, or it can go 5, 6, 7. But we know that this has to have a 6. We know that this is 3, 6, or 9. If we know that this has to be a 6, then this is 3 or 9. Now, if I look at this column, why can't this be a 3? Well, this is one of my two 1s, but and that's a 7, 8, 9. Well, I can have a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So maybe that can be a 3?
Maybe. Maybe that's
So
where
maybe
the
that was our
movement is.
issue.
Hey, in row 1, the 3 has to be in box 3. Oh, you're figuring out the
Yeah.
columns 1 and 2 again?
I have to have a 1, 2, 3 somewhere. I have to have a 7, 8, 9 somewhere. And if I make the remainder a 3, then it's 4, 5, 6, which is possible. Whereas if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then I have a 1, 2, and a 7, 8, 9 removed. If I make the remainder a 9, I have a 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5, 6. But I could make 3 a remainder.
Right.
So that's upsetting. Well,
Either way, that second ren band down has to be 4, 5, 6. The one that goes from box 1 to 4. Because there is no, it can't have an 8 in it.
right.
Oh, why? Because it doesn't go down to 6. It has to have a 4 or a 5. And it can't be 3, 4, 5. So it has to be a 4, 5, 6, and it's 4, 5, 6 in both of them. So
So where do I put 1 in here? Either here for 1, 2, 3, or here for 1, 2, 3. So this is either 1, 2, or 8, 7, 8. And this is either 1, 2, 3, or 7, 8, 9. Which means this can't be a 2. Which means this can't be a 1. And that's 4, 5. This is 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
and that's different than from what we had before,
Ah.
I believe.
Oh, I have missed some chats.
Oh,
Michael Lefkowitz says, "Oh, hello there. I think I see something. Every 3-cell Ranban has a sum that is a multiple of 3 that has implications for row 3 cells in box 3. It can't have, Tall Cat says it can't have a 7 on, because where does the 9 go in box 4? Same with 9. Now where is the 4, 5, 6 in box 5? It can't be the upper Ranban. That is true. So this is 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9. It can't have a 7 on. Doot, 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 doot. I think that was this one, maybe? That was older. It was to do with box 4. You figured it out. Okay. And then box 3. So I know that this group is a multiple of 3. So what's left over in this row? 3, 4, 5, 6.
well,
We can corner mark 9 in row 3. That's true.
and the Renban can't be 1, 2 because it can't have the 3 down below it.
Right. So if that's 7, 8, 9, then this can't be 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, that's going to be a 1, 2, yeah.
And so this is 7, 8, 9. And since this and this have to be the same
Well, that and the 9
modularity,
has to be in
the
box
9's
3.
removed. But that's true. So the 9's also going to be there. I'm wondering if the setter intended the whole puzzle to use this kind of mod 3 deduction. I think so, because that's kind of been how we've made progress. This is like our 4th time looking at this puzzle. Yeah. Row 3, column 9 can't be a 2. Row 3, column 9 cannot be a 2. Because where does 1 go in the box? That's true. It would have to go on one of these, which wouldn't be possible if that was a 2. So that's a 1, which makes this a 7, makes this a 2. That's a 7. That's not a 7. So this wouldn't be an 8. That's not a 7. Oh, 3 there. Takes 3 out there. 4th time's the charm, hopefully. Okay, so in here we have 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Where's
2, 4,
yeah.
or 2, 4. If this was 2, 4, this would be 1, 3, which could be connected with a 2. Where is 1 in row 4 may help. Well, that has only 1 position to go. And this last digit is 2, I think. So this is 3, 4. So now this can't be that. So this is 3, 4, and 2. 5, 6, and 7, where these 2 aren't 7, so that is. That's not a 7, so that is. That's not a 4, which we know this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Take purple out. Actually, I can probably remove all the coloring. Four, 4, 4. Okay, that's fine. 5, 6, 8, 9. Four, 5 pair places a 6. 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 4, 5, 2. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, well, 1 doesn't work here.
Neither does 3 now.
Right,
Because 3 can't
because
reach 6.
or 7. So that's 6 or 7, which means
5 or
4
8.
is not allowed, 9 is not allowed. 6, 7, 8, 9. This 1, 3 pairs with that 1, 3. I know that those two are the same parity. This isn't a 7. So then this wouldn't be 8 or 9. This can't be 3 because then that would be 1, 2, which would break that. Having attended SudokuCon, I can confirm that Tall Cat is indeed astonishingly tall, but disappointingly not a cat. Three, 4, 7, 5, 6.
And 1 can't be on the Ren band.
Because
2 in the column.
right.
Left-hand Ren band in box 4 cannot be 7, 8, 9. Because the 8, 9 would look up and break box 1.
That's true. 7, 9. So we've got a 3, which 1, 2, 3 is going to place a 4. This is
That
now
is
9, 8, 7, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3 pair, 5, 8, 9, 8, 9, 2, 1. We did get this as a 9 before, so I don't know what I messed up before. Well, this is still 4, 5, 6, so 1, 2, and 9. Well, you can't put 9 on there, so that's 1, 2, and 3. That's a 9, and that lines up. 9, 3. I can't put 4, 5, 6 here, so this is 4, 5, 6. I don't know why I'm asking about 4, 5, 6.
No, you have to have a 3.
Yeah.
And it's going to go on that bottom Ren band. And it's going to have to be 3, 4, 5.
Right. 3, 4, 5. That one's not 3, so 6, 7, 8. That's not, that one's 7. 6, 8 takes a 6 out of there. 4, 5 is going to make that a 6. That's 1, that's 3. 6 and 7, 8 and 6. 8's out of all of those. 6 out of those two.
Okay, the upper Ren band in box 9 can't have a 9 on it because it can't, there's no 7.
Can't have an
And
8
8,
then.
yeah.
So that's 2, which makes that 3 and 4. 8, 2, 1, 2, not a 3 is a 3. 3, 4, and 8. 4, 5 makes that a 6. 5, 6, 9, 8, 1, 9, 8.
5 and 7 go with the 6 on the Ren band.
5, 9, 4, 5, 4, 8, 9, 4, 5, 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 8, 9, 6, and 5. Ta-da! First try. One of these days.
Yeah, not sure where that boo-boo was that
Yeah.
or
Um,
what caused it.
let's see. I have the link to Logic Masters Germany right here. Paste and go. Solution code is column 5. And difficulty.
That was at least hard.
I mean, the hardest part was finding the opening logic, which was pretty much just these two and this, which took us a while to figure it out.
Escape rooms are fun.
Nice. Were you able to escape? Because the escape rooms we've done, we've escaped what, 1 out of 3 attempts, where at least the two of us were together. I don't know about other ones you've done. Was it one, or was it? Because we failed we failed the Titanic. We succeeded on, or we succeeded if we got like 1 extra minute on one of them, I think.
I know we've done some both.
Yeah. Michael Lefkowitz asks, "Are you taking suggestions?" We are. I have a rather curious 2-star that was very well received. Tallcat says, "With seconds." I'm assuming that was about the escape room. I have done about 40 in the last few years. The one that was the closest to getting locked in, or that one was the closest to getting locked in, had about 10 to 15 seconds left. That is narrow margins. Michael Lefkowitz says, "I mean, failing in the Titanic is fairly apropos." That makes sense. But yeah. So Michael, if you want to suggest that puzzle, you can. Is it on Logic Masters Germany? We aren't going to do another puzzle tonight. It's unfortunately past my bedtime. That was 30 minutes ago. However, we will be doing Sudoku again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time until, well, we're supposed to stop at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. M05? Strange Dream. So I'll save this one for next time. Is this one here? And then we'll take that one, give that one a try. This one definitely looks quite strange. Just from a quick look. I guess I'm going to go ahead and submit hard for defrag. Although I don't know how much of it was hard because we were just too tired to make progress. But
Yeah, I know when we first did it, it was I know we were both tired.
yeah.
So, and then we forgot about it later.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this one will be our first puzzle tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna scoot over to the thank you for watching screen. So It is past my bedtime, so I am going to have to sign off. So everyone who watched and helped out during the live stream, thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube engagement stuff. If you are interested in additional content on this channel, Sudoku is on Mondays and Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you are interested in more gaming content, I've been playing Monster Hunter World on Saturdays at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. And I've also been playing Final Fantasy VI on my own at sort of random times. So if you want to catch those streams, you need to ring the notification bell. Outside of that, I'm a generalist gamer, so if you want to see me play random games, you can put those in the comments down below. I have a gigantic Steam library that I need to work through. So my Steam library is linked below as well. But of course, if you have an interest in watching me play a game, you can suggest it in the comments as well, even if I don't have it. And of course, the donation will help me get it if you want to see me play a game I don't have. Once I finish Final Fantasy VI, I will be switching to The Last of Us, Part 1. But until then, I don't know. I've done so many of these streams. I forget how to do the sign off part. I think I'm going to go back to the thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.